Most men today struggle with attracting women, and because of that, they use different tactics that make them even more unattractive, such as chasing after women. In today's society, it's a sad reality that almost every attractive girl carries an inflated ego, thanks to countless men who have allowed them to trample all over their self-respect. Whenever you see a woman, there's a good chance that there's at least 1 or 2 men in her inbox shamelessly simping over her. Knowing that, it may seem impossible for men to be on the other side, but it is still possible. In this video, we'll be going over 10 golden rules that you can use to get women to think about you non-stop. So, without further ado, let's dive into it. Number 1. Confidence. The first and possibly the most common tip that gets thrown around is to be confident. Confident in your abilities and in yourself. Now, there is some truth to this advice. The biggest turnoff for a woman is a timid, weak man. Women instantly disregard guys with such beta male characteristics. This instinct is deeply rooted in their biology, to seek men that have the quality of leadership in them. And the only way a man can become a leader is if he's confident. So naturally, women are attracted to confident men. A confident man carries himself with certainty and grace. Even the way he speaks is full of clarity. So, before you can focus on the other points, you need to focus on being confident. Number 2. Not being desperate. Desperation is an immediate turnoff for women. If you're a desperate guy, there's a pretty good chance you're not going to get any woman at all, much less get them to chase you. This is because being desperate communicates that you lack self-respect and confidence in yourself. It also shows that you're not an independent male, but rather a helpless weakling that's constantly seeking validation. If you want to make women chase you, then you need to let go of that desperation. A high-value male is the type of man that's completely independent. That is, he doesn't rely on anyone for attention or validation. Number 3. The way you dress. It all starts with how you carry yourself, your clothes and your sense of style. Now, it's not as simple as slapping on a suite everywhere you go. No. It's really important that the clothes you are wearing are fit for the occasion, and they're the right size. Only then will it make you look good and add to your looks and attraction. If you are already muscular, find shirts that really make your muscles pop. Wearing the wrong size will hide all that you've built, and wearing the right size will make those biceps and shoulders look bigger and show the V-taper that you've built in the gym. Number 4. Body language. Now I'm talking mainly about strong eye contact. When you're talking to a girl, make sure to always look her into the eyes as the two of you are talking, as it makes her feel intimidated and can feel the confidence radiating out of you. Strong eye contact is one of the most masculine displays of confidence that you can use. But if she happens to seem uncomfortable and breaks eye contact, make sure you back up a little so you don't look creepy. But when looking away, never look down, as it will make you look less confident, and that's definitely not what you want. Number 5. Not being overly available. A high-value man is someone who has ambitions, plans, and goals, and is always working towards achieving them. He is always on the grind. And so a high-value man isn't always free for everything. He has a limited time for leisure activities. He doesn't necessarily reply to texts quickly, as he has work to do. Now, on the exact opposite extreme of the spectrum are the low-value beta men. They are those who are always lying on their couches watching Netflix and scrolling social media. And when they happen to get into a relationship with any girl by any chance, they will be always looking at their screen waiting for her text so they can reply within a second. Number 6. Zero care attitude. The more you care for her, the less she's going to value you. This might seem counterproductive, but it's true. How, you might ask? Well, it's the way society treats women. You see, care and affection aren't exactly new things for a woman. As I mentioned in the start of the video, nearly every woman has at least 1 or 2 guys in her inbox showering her with care and attention, treating her like she's a queen. So if you think that giving her attention and caring for her is going to make her want you, then you're in for a rude surprise, my friend. Now, what you're supposed to do if you're looking for women to chase you is to not care at all about them. Number 7. Get her to be vulnerable. This one is pretty self-explanatory. If you want women to chase you, then you have to make them vulnerable. This can be as simple as finding an emotional connection with her, making her feel like you're the only guy that truly understands her, and then withdrawing nearly completely and not talking to her for days. Doing so will end up making her crave your attention, and not getting it is only going to make her chase after you more. Number 8. Touch her subtly, but not in a creepy way. I'm going to tell you about some subtle ways of touching at the right time and right place to initiate her desire for you. Let's say you see a girl for the first time and greet her with a handshake. Just increase the duration of the handshake and hold her hand a bit longer for a few seconds. And then when you're meeting her for the second or third time and you are introduced to each other, go for a nice warm hug, as it will give her a sense of comfort and security. When she comes to some place and you greet her at the door, guide her by a slight touch on her back as you show her the way. Number 9. Intuition. Simple intuition will help you gain massive attraction from women. Now, the mistake that most men make on their first date is that they keep asking the girl a bunch of questions instead of genuinely trying to know her better, in an effort to seem more interesting. The other mistake is constantly complimenting her, praising everything from her hair to her smile, hoping to win her over. But here is the reality. She has heard all of these compliments at least 1,000,000 times. Number 10. Be a player, and play to win. And lastly, you must understand that the dating world is a big game. It has its rules, as well as some exploits and secrets. If you really want women to chase you, then you must become a grandmaster in this game. You should know all the ins and outs, all of the exploits that you can use. Now, the reality is, you can only do that if you've played the game enough. Experience is your ticket to attention-hungry girls, begging for your attention. When you are in the dating scene long enough and have been relatively successful, you'll be chased after girls without any effort. Because the one thing that intrigues women above all is the sheer desirability of a man who is sought after by other women.
If you're interested in knowing more, be sure to hit subscribe. Like the video too, as it can help the video reach more men looking for a purpose and direction in life.